Welcome to a quest for metal. Today is the best day of the month. It's the day where we talk about the best albums of the month. The top 10 albums of March 2021. Where is all the time going? What is going on? We're going to be even greyer by the end of next month. It's a fucking crazy world. But yeah, today we're going to talk about the best albums of this month, in my humble opinion. We've been doing this for like 2 years now, and it's a good fun. We're not going to stop. We ain't never stopping until our heart stops and we can't actually do it anymore. We start dribbling out of our butts and eyes and every other orifice. But until fucking then, we're gonna deliver the goods. So this is the only top 10 that matters. Every other channel's is shit. That's no, everyone else is good as well. But you know, this is the real shit. So let's just dive into the shit, shall we? So there's a couple of albums I've not mentioned, which will be on a different video when we do our black metal albums video, because we're doing best black metal albums of the month. So there's like Ara, Midnight Odyssey, those are two fucking amazing albums. Zarathus had an awesome album, which is going to be on a different list. Suicide Forest, there's a lot of great black metal albums this goddamn month. So many. Too many to count. So they'll be on a different list. So yeah, keep that in mind. But for now, let's get on with the number 10. So number 10 is Fossilization, He Whose Name Was Long Forgotten. And I kind of forgot the title of that. I had to look down at my phone and be like, oh yeah, that's the name of it. This, I don't know what to really describe it as. It's intense death metal, grind, death grind, black. It's a mixture of fucking everything. It's pure intensity. You can tell from the album art, wherever I place it, that it's going to be an evil, intense, heavy fucking ride. And it's heavy. Oh, it's balls to the walls heavy, and I love it for that. Massive wall of sound. It's so intense. Love the vocals. Love the low kind of... I mean, you know what you're going to get. It's death metal. You know what you're going to get. But they do it in such an intense way. Love the grimy atmosphere of it. Fossilization is my number 10 of the month. Awesome album. Sticking on with the death metal theme, we have Memoriam, To the End. I mean, I'm a massive Bolt Thrower fan. So of course, this is going to be on this fucking list, because Memoriam's awesome. Seen Memoriam live, and I hope to see them again soon this year, because they are playing Bloodstock, and I kind of want to fucking see some death metal, because a lot of the, like, Cattle Decap, like, left Bloodstock, and I was kind of like, kind of sad, because all the American bands are dropping out, but fuck it, I hope I see Memoriam. Awesome fucking album. Riffs, you know what you're going to get. It's Memoriam. Riff heavy, that you got that signature Carl sound. His vocals, still on point, still amazing. It's chunky, it's riffy, it's just catchy as hell. This is catchy death metal. It's a lot different to Fossilization. That's more intense fucking walls of sound barraging you. This is like a funky, chunky riff. It's a funky, chunky riff. That's what this album is like. It's funky and chunky. It's kind of like, you know, successor to Bolt Thrower. It's funky and chunky. That's the name of the game here. Memoriam's album is funky and it is a chunky. Next one I'm going to have to actually read. It's Dune. I'm guessing it's that. That's right. Or Dvne. Dvne? Sure. And there's Etemen, Ænka. Sure. It's the album which is gold with a weird, like, kind of Pan's Labyrinth-y shit going on. I adore this album. This is a fantastic proggy album. Quite long, but awesome. The passages in it, so cool. So many cool melodies, so many cool passages. It's like proggy slashed with like metalcore. It has kind of metalcore kind of sounding vocals to this band. This is the first time I heard of them. This is the first time I heard of this band, and I'm glad I checked them out, because this blew me away. I don't know what to compare them to. Not Bring Me the Horizon. Fuck off. Between the Buried and Me-ish? It's a bit more proggy than... No. It's hard. This band is a hard one to nail down, but I love it. So for all you prog heads who want some new prog, this is probably the album for you. This is probably the album for you. I adore this one, and the next one I'm going to talk about, you'd also love. So let's get to that. So next up is Starticon with Impermanence. I prefer this one a bit more. It is mainly for the vocals. That one has kind of a metalcore-y sounding vocals, which is fine. I enjoy it for that, but this is more death metal. And that's what I fucking prefer. So it's like got that proggy nature, but also with the growls and the gutturals to back it fucking up, and that's what we love. So it's more like, you know, more like mid-Opeth. Those kind of amazing proggy death metal songs. Like Demon in the Fall. It's more like that. Now, the whole album, kind of concept-y, and every song bleeds into each other, so the whole thing moves seamlessly. That's what I love about this album. I love when albums do that, and this is one of the best. Love the vocals, love the instrumentation, love how proggy it is, love how heavy it is as well. It's not just proggy, it's also fucking heavy. Heavy and prog. This is what you need to listen to. Next up, we got some power metal with Numenor, Draconic Age. Holy shit, this is fucking fantastic. This is proper Dungeons and Dragons high fantasy shit. This is pretty much like Blind Guardian. Speaking of, Hansi's on one of the fucking songs. Beautiful singing throughout, amazing choruses, catchy as all hell, nerdy as fuck. It's nerdy as fuck, but I love it. It's got kind of aggressive vocals as well as the fucking, epic vocals. It's awesome. It's fucking awesome. It's like power black. It's like blackened power metal. That sounds cool to you? Check this fucker out. So, moving on with power metal, Orden Ogan. A new Orden Ogan. I did my top power metal bands of all time, and Orden Ogan was on it. And they released a new album this month, and it's fucking fantastic. It's goddamn majestic. Just like Numenor, the choruses are catchy, the solos are amazing, it's sing-alongable. Seeing these guys live, they always put on a massive show. I adore the vocals on this. It's called Final Days. It has kind of a spacey kind of theme. Like the last one was like Gunman, there's more cowboys and shit. This one's more like sci-fi, but holy shit, it's fantastic. Go to give this one a listen. It'll be stuck in your head for days and days. These choruses just get stuck into you like a fucking prickly cactus. It's like one of those little berries that you fucking put down someone's back as a joke, and they like keep itching, like, fuck, get out of me. It's like that. It's like that. You can't get it off you. You can't get it out of your head. These songs are just too fun, and this album has to make it here. Next up is some black metal. Of course we already have some black metal on here. Of course we do. And the one I'm going to pick is Malist with Karst record. What? Is that right? Did I say that right? No. Malist with Karst relict. That's right. We need some cake. We need some lemon cake. Let's eat some lemon cake. We need to refuel. Gotta wash it down with some refreshing Sprite. Okay, we are back. We are ready to say the name of this band and the album. So it's Malist with Karst relict. Way! Congratulations. We said something right. This album is fucking amazing. This has kind of acoustic parts. It's very melodic. It's a very melodic black metal album, but it has bursts of energy throughout. Very clean production. It's not kind of like Norwegian kind of old school black metal. This is like a modern kind of take on it, but I fucking love it. The sound of everything just sounds so crisp, just sounds so fucking heavy. I'd say it's more kind of like a dissection than say a Burzum. It's more like a dissection, but I fucking love dissection as well. So melody in the ass, acoustic parts, beautiful parts. The screaming is so goddamn good. I love screaming. I listen to a lot of black metal, so I know what's good and what's not, and this is good. This is some good ass screaming. I love this shit. Oh, what can I say? The Malist album really took me by surprise. I loved it. They had an album recently, I think last year or the year before. That was amazing, but this fucking blows it out of the water. This blows it out of the water. Amazing album. Definitely check it out. Now for something completely different. Acid Mammoth with Caravan. Holy shit, I've played this a lot. This is Stoner Doom, and they've had some albums which we've listened to when I put on like top 10s of the month last year or the year before with the previous album, but this one is so much better. Just like Malice's album, this one's so much better for fans of that slow sleep like music, like Sleep, High on Fire, Yob, that kind of shit. If you like that kind of shit, give Acid Mammoth a listen. One of the catchiest albums of the fucking month. The riffs on it, it riffs goddamn hard. It riffs fucking hard. Love every fucking song on this album. I listen to it a lot going to sleep. It's one of those kind of albums. I know I was talking about the band Sleep, but now, it's good for actually going to sleep. Acid Mammoth, underrated fucking band. Stoner Doom up the ass. I love it. You love it. So give it a fucking listen. Top 2 now, and number 2, I really wanted to put number 1. I really did. I've listened to it the most out of everything here. I've listened to it the most out of everything here. But there can only be one number 1. So this one, I'm going to have to read again, even though I've listened to it the most. Sepulchros-Vazio. This is Funeral Doom, but a short album. It's like, 35 minutes long? What? Funeral Doom that short? How the fuck did they pull it off? Don't know, but they did it. If you want Funeral Doom, but don't have the time to listen to 3-hour albums, give this album a goddamn listen. It's heavy at parts, it goes really fucking intense, like black metal at parts, and then it goes back into the slow, lumbering noises that we're used to with Funeral Doom, and it mixes them so well with short fucking songs, and it doesn't sound out of place for Funeral Doom. It's amazing. It's a goddamn amazing album, and it's 100% going to be on my end of the year list. Fucking 100%, because it's so close to beating my number 1. But my number one, as soon as I heard they were making an album, it was my number 1. So, let's get to that. Drumroll, ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Dun, tsh, dun, dun, tsh. I was trying to do the Pornhub theme. It didn't quite work. But number 1 is Maycognitum with Solar. Paroxysm. We need some more cake. Oh. If you remember from my best albums of the year video, you know what number 1 was? It was Maycognitum. Maycognitum and Spectral Law. And then I realised, hey, they're both doing solo albums this year. Maycognitum's doing one in March, and Spectral Law is fucking doing one in May. Or April, I can't remember, but they're doing one, alright? I was like, they're instantly going to be in my top 10. It's fucking instant. And when I heard this one, it's one of the best Maycognitum albums. It's not as good as The Split with Spectral Law. It's not as good as The Split, so it might not be my number 1 at the end of the year. Because that's a bit cheating 2 times in a row, end of the year. But it's fucking fantastic. It's one of the best albums they've done. Like, the melodies are just so infectious. The riffs, it's so spacey, you know, Maycognitum is spacey black metal. It's ethereal, it's beautiful, but also harsh. It's one of my favourite bands of all time. Of course Maycognitum's gonna be number 1. There's no fucking contest. It's not even goddamn close. Maycognitum made the best album of March, and I've only heard it like 3 times, and it's still the best album of March. I've heard all these others way more, because they came out sooner, but no, this one's the piece de la resistance, the best album of March 2020 fucking 1. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. You don't have to agree with it. You know, you don't need to lick my arse. But so long as you enjoyed the video, then it's all good. Let me know down below what's your favourite albums of March 2021. Let me know, and we'll see you again on another Quest for Metal.